Welcome to week 9 of Football Focus Weekly. I'm the Pet Man, Matt Morrow. As always, we are sponsored by Victory Chevrolet, with just $19 down delivers any new or pre-owned vehicle. Make sure you visit victorychevrolet.com today for any vehicle needs that you may have. All right, we're very excited tonight. We have a lot of fun stuff planned for this show. Some things the guys don't even know about. So, get comfortable, get settled, and we're gonna have a lot of fun on this show tonight. We've got several guys here. Excited to have all these guys here, ready to talk football in a big week. I think first off, let's go to my longtime friend, the main guy. Why CFI exists. The producer, Brandon Black.
Appreciate the kind introduction. Glad to be here. Hope everyone's doing well. Excited to see these surprises you got. Let's see what that amounts to.
Well, we've been doing this for a long time, man.
Yep.
It goes back to for us, it goes all the way back to Harding High School, where we met and played football together back in the late 90s, in the dark ages.
back in the old days.
And, when we started doing this, and I'm not afraid to say it, I've said it before, we used to work at Carolina Varsity under Dale Ross back in the day. And then in 2018, started March of 2018, I started CFI. I remember the conversation we had on what we were going to call this.
Like we in Charlotte, okay, got that. Charlotte, okay, covering football, okay. It just kind of pieced together in a couple of little sentences, okay. So
yeah,
that last letter, you gotta have three letters.
It had to flow. It had to flow.
Yeah.
I made a post this week on Facebook talking about a lot of different things. I'll get into that more later in the show, but we haven't talked about her much. I've talked to some people outside of the show, but I do want to remember Cherie Glenn or Cherie Howard. We called her the queen of CFI, and there are times where things get tough, and I think about what Cherie might say, and I really had some deep thoughts that I had to really work through, and what she would say to me based on what I said the other day, I'll talk about later on in the show. But I just want to say you are a big reason why this even exists, man. I appreciate everything you do.
I appreciate it, man. All day, all love, man. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Glad it just came to fruition. I think people, even especially the kids out there, big things can have very small beginnings. Just because something small starts out small, just like a plant, you water it and let it grow. I mean, it went from taking pictures with basically using cell phones. We had no video camera, no real camera, just using the phone, trying to get pictures, having streams with only a little bit of people, but just like a snowball rolling downhill, it just, it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So, I appreciate the man, and glad to, thankful to see what things have become, and excited to see where it can go. So at the same time, man. So, for people out there, adults too. If you got an idea, start it. Just do it. Get started. That's the hardest thing, man. Don't think that idea or whatever you've been thinking about is too small to do. Start it. Just get started. Better to try it and fail than to always just live with that what if. What if I had done that idea? So people out there, whatever that idea, do it. Go for it.
Absolutely. That's for sure. I appreciate that. And those words are very true, man. Very true. Let's see who else is ready. Coach Dub, Robert Washington is ready on a winning streak.
Let's go.
How many is it in a row now?
That is 3 right now. And we just
3 in a row.
Yeah, you know how it is. Just game at a time. We can't look too far ahead. We focus on the opponents that's in front of us.
Well, we got ride the wave for Ashbrook. We got to get a saying for the Raptors.
Well, we the island. We the island.
We the Raptors. Ashbrook's the green wave. We the Raptors. We got
something like Jurassic Park or something, man. You got to have something.
Roar the Raptors.
Dinosaur related, man.
No, see, everyone thinks the Raptors are like dinosaurs. It's the bird Raptors.
Oh, like the Raptor Center. I got
the
you.
Bird.
Yeah, the bird. Yeah.
Dinosaur all these years.
Look, man, I'm looking for a dinosaur all this time, man.
I really did.
The Raptor Center.
Pep, don't ever do that raw again.
Well, now that it's a bird, I feel totally stupid.
A roaring bird, yeah.
Well,
I would have never thought about that.
Flap my wings, flap the wings.
There you go.
That'll work.
Man, well, anyway. All right. We also got Coach Tatum, Ian Tatum, Walkertown playing well, man. Let's bring him on.
What up, Pat? What up, guys?
What's up, man?
Good evening. Good evening.
Not much. Getting ready for senior night on Friday.
Nice.
Yeah, real emotional for me. The sophomores I had when I first got here are now seniors. The first offensive line group that I had as sophomores on JV are my guys I've been rocking all year as seniors on my offensive line. So I told my wife Friday night's gonna be real emotional. She's like, "You're not emotional." Like, I will with those guys. So
yeah, man. I tell you, I used to coach offensive line, and it's a different kind of bond. It really is with those guys, man. It's much different than any other position on the team, man.
Yeah. Because
every play you're working together in sync to get a job done, man. So,
no doubt.
Yeah, that's big stuff, man. How you guys been looking here the past couple of weeks?
Well, pretty good. We dropped the game to Reidsville. It was a tough game, but then honestly we haven't played much because that next week we're supposed to play Rockingham County, and weather kind of bumped our game, and then schedules got mixed up with a whole different mess of things, and then so we didn't get to make that game up. So we're only playing 9 games this year, and then played Bartley Yancey, and then went on a bye. So we've only played like one game in like 20 some days. So our guys are really ready to get after on senior night on Friday.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess you'll be fresh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good thing. All right. Let's see who else we got. We got Coach Billups here, the illustrious.
Oh, my bad. Oh, shoot. I got my demon slayers all in the picture. My fault.
Do we need to go take you out and go back?
No, you good.
Okay.
Hey, first off, I'm like you. I got the raptor with the dinosaur raptor. I didn't know it was the bird, but hey, excuse me, that's class right there in Mountain Island. The raptor, the birds. Okay, we're not educated.
You would think
we're not as educated as they are in Gaston Town. I thought with the raptor. I really did. So don't feel bad.
Who knew it was a bird? Like,
but
say
the birds?
So
Mountain Island birds.
Who doesn't know
the kids at the school?
The mascot. Who doesn't know the mascot of his daughter's school? Because his daughter goes.
Well, that's a little different.
My daughter is in elementary school. First off,
it's still her mascot.
It's a bird. I didn't know it's a bird. She knows it's a dinosaur. I just called her out and said, "Is it a dinosaur or a bird?" She said, "I thought it was a dinosaur, Daddy." So she's stupid too. So hey, we all stupid over here. So we didn't know. So hey,
it's a big old bird on campus when you pick your daughter up every.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Where?
It must have been fake, but I feel like I've seen a Mountain Island logo with a raptor. I don't know.
Me too.
I thought it was a dinosaur.
Hey, Coach Tame. With all due respect for Coach Rob, on his logo, what bird scratching a M like that?
It's three across. Yeah.
Those are bird claws. That's not dinosaur claws.
That look like a dinosaur.
No, they're not. These are bird claws.
That's straight Jurassic Park.
Hey,
That's straight Jurassic Park, man. That's Jurassic
Mandela
Park.
effect. That's the Mandela effect.
Oh, that raptor.
All right. Well, of
Now it all
course,
makes
we
sense.
got to address the comments before we go to our special guest here. Karen Belk is here. Dakota McCann. Oh, Karen, please pay special attention to these next segment here. Mike Eddy is here, the West Charlotte guy. Shay Shottamar guy.
He said the West Charlotte guy. That is terrible.
I mean, that's what he is. You know, everybody smash the like and please share. Please share the show tonight, man. Jay, man, we're gonna have court with you here in a minute.
Nah, you don't need no court. Hey,
We
man,
don't have court with Jay, man.
salute. Sometimes you
You're
gotta
gonna
go
be
play with the. Sometimes you gotta go to the right. Sometimes you gotta go to the right.
I'm glad you got fired up by what producer said because you're gonna need the motivation here in a minute.
Yeah, you were crossing.
I like it.
It must be two sides, like Shorty Low said. It must be two sides. I don't know what's going on. Look, Rock, that take it back, baby. I felt like we're back in our day.
Joe's giving us a science lesson here. Raptors are birds, but birds are dinosaurs.
I was thinking about that. There is that link.
Hold on. I'm gonna speak for all of us here. Joe, shut up. We thought it was a dinosaur. We don't care about all that. We thought it was a dinosaur.
Joe.
Shut up.
All right. Well,
Hey,
we'll come back to this because we got something we got to do here.
Look. Oh,
Hey, Pat,
Oh, hold
Look.
on. Let me put it up.
So they the hawks.
That's a bird.
They the
No,
hawks.
that's a raptor. It's a bird. A hawk is
They
a
the
raptor,
hawks.
Philip.
We're stupid. Hey, we stupid.
All right, we got to get down to business. All right, people looking at us
Look
laughing.
at them claws right there.
There ain't no raptor doing that.
Those are bird claws.
Okay, we'll debate this in a minute. We'll be right back.
Hey, they supposed about the Carolina Raptor Center.
Okay, now let's get to serious business here. Thank you for putting up with that. Let's bring on. Where is he at? Oh, there he is. Okay, let's bring on Adam, Big Eye Shelby Weber. What's up, man?
What's going on, Pat? What's going on, man? What's going on?
How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Good. Now, for you continuous viewers of Football Focus Weekly, you will know that me and Adam have gone back and forth this season about his Independence Patriots for various reasons, mainly disagreeing with, my ranking of them on various polls and such. And, the Patriots played a great game this past Friday night. I thought it was the most complete game of the season, defeating Chambers. What was it, 41-7?
41-6.
41-6. So, I told Adam, I said, you know what? I've been way too mean. And I'm going to give you a chance to come on here and bring on some of your talented players. And we're going to give them a chance to talk tonight and have a little bit of fun. So I'm going to bring everybody on. So you guys, make sure your cameras are on. I think most of you are ready because we're going to bring you on the show right now. So first, we got talented defensive back John Snipes. Welcome to Football Focus Weekly.
Thank you.
Absolutely, man. We got talented defensive lineman Josh Butler.
What's going on, Pet Man? What's going on?
How you doing, man?
Doing good.
All right. We also got Mr. I hope I say this right, Elijah Jackson. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna bring on Mr. Elijah Jackson here.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
How you doing, man?
Good, and you?
Good. And then we are Dallas. I don't see your camera on, man. Are you ready? Oh, there we go. Okay. And then we also gonna bring on talented linebacker Dallas Brandon.
How y'all doing? How you doing?
Good. How you doing, man? Good. So first of all, guys, thank you for taking some time out to join us here on Football Focus Weekly. The other show says they're the number one show, in the Carolinas or whatever. But I always say if you got to tell somebody you're number one, you ain't number one. So you got to go out there and prove it. And we go out there and prove it every freaking Wednesday night. But anyway, let's talk about. First of all, I want to talk about your linebacker coach here, Adam Weber. We call him Big Eye Shelby. Tell me something that you love about playing your coach here. Dallas, let's start with you, man.
One thing I love about playing for Coach Webb, you know, he come to practice every day with very good energy, like really good energy. You know, he's a players coach first and foremost, so he like to get the players going, get the energy up in practice. But he also gonna push you. On some days you might not want to get pushed. You know, he's gonna push you hard, but he's gonna have fun with it, and he makes practice and playing for him enjoyable. Being a coach DC and a linebacker coach for me. So.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. John, talk to us. What do you like about playing for Coach Weber here?
I would say he is a player's coach, and I love that he brings a whole bunch of energy to practice. And he also, he might joke with you sometimes, but he also makes sure that we get stuff done and we stay focused.
All right. Awesome, man. Josh, what about you, man? What do you like about Coach Webb here?
Just like these guys said, like Coach Webb come to practice ready every day, good energy, positive vibes. First one to hold you accountable when you do something wrong, but the first one to celebrate with you and jump with you on the sideline when you do something right. So, you know, a really good balanced coach. Like Dallas said, he pushes you on the days you don't want to be pushed, but those are the days where, you know, you might not want to, you know, you might not want to admit it, but he made you better that day. So that's my favorite thing.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Elijah, how about you, man? What did we lose Elijah? Are you still here? No, you're here.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
I'm trying to. Oh, there we go. My bad. What do you like about playing with Coach Weber there?
One thing I like playing with Coach Webb is he always gonna find something to critique you on and help you out with. And like everybody else said, he excited and coming to practice, always yelling, smiling. And I don't really see the downside of him, and I like that about him. I mean, it makes me happy to practice and just want to fly around with the guys all day.
And that's awesome. That's awesome, man. So you guys all play defense for him?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, let me ask y'all, that game last Friday against Chambers, what went into the success you guys had on the defensive side of the ball? Whoever wants to go can just go ahead and answer that.
I'll go first.
I'll go first. Oh, you can go first.
I'll take it, Dallas.
Go ahead, bro.
One thing I feel like helped us win that game is coaches really talked about it all week, and it was we just gotta have fun. And usually, you only have fun when you win it. So we wanted to have fun, so we had to go out there and win it.
What was the difference between that game and then a couple weeks ago when you guys, you know, had the tough game against West Charlotte? What really kind of changed within the team?
I feel like everybody was fighting to protect us, and they wasn't fighting to win. They were just fighting to protect them and not keep them from scoring instead of having them to stop us from scoring.
Okay, very good, man, very good. Now, I'm gonna give you guys one question each. So Dallas, let's start with you, man. The fake punt, man. I didn't know you could run like that. Where did that come from?
You know, shout out to our special teams coach, Coach Dale Barnes. But it's been something we had in the arsenal for a minute. But you know, he just trusts me to call it. And you know, I actually been training with the track team sometimes in all seasons too. So I could slide. I don't know if people know that, but I could go. But you know, everybody blocked on the punt team. Shout out to them. You know, I got ghosts.
Yeah. Now, why are they laughing at you though?
I don't know why.
Yeah, man, that was impressive. That was good stuff, man. John, your pick six, man. Take me through that play.
So basically, it was third down. Coaches all week, they were saying, I got to catch the ball because I dropped the pick earlier in the season. So when the play came and the ball got tipped in the air, I was like, I'm getting this one. And once I caught it, I was like, I might as well go to the house. So, and then plus I run track, so I already knew nobody was catching me. And my teammate was blocking.
Yeah, that was a great play, man. That was really impressive. Really, really good stuff, man. Josh, take me through the past couple years, man. What's the experience like playing here for the Patriots?
The experience is definitely one of one. Like program we run here is honestly ran like a college program. Like I'm saying, lifting's crazy. Conditioning, film, like all of this, like it's all like you're expected to do it to a T, and that's just how it is. Very different from where I came from. Coming from North Met, just like night and day with programs. Like I feel like it's the way like we take stuff way more seriously over at Independence rather than we did in the past. And when you got a group of guys that all have the same goal and like just want to accomplish everything with each other, then it's really hard to beat teams like that. And I feel like with the group of guys we got, finishing the season off, this game coming up against Creek, and then the last two games, I feel like as long as we stick together and worry about us, like the coaches say, I feel like we're gonna be good.
Awesome, man, good stuff. Elijah, man, I want to ask you, after that big win last week, man, what can this team do the rest of the season and then going into the playoffs?
I feel like we really just got to build off our win and keep getting better day by day. And I feel like we could definitely make it for a long run and definitely a championship. And I don't feel like nobody can stop us when we all blowing off on every cylinder of the game.
Wow, awesome, man, awesome. So, guys, last thing here. What's one thing you really want to say to Coach Weber in front of the 225 people we got watching live right now and the hundreds of more that's going to watch this in playback? What's one thing you really want to say to him?
I'm going to go first. I say thank
Go
you,
ahead.
Coach Webb, for the hard work and dedication you put in, the long hours, and to remember to keep it simple, stupid.
Appreciate that, man.
I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna say, well, this is coming from me. As a defense, I feel like we appreciate you and that you're doing a great job.
I appreciate it.
You go, Josh. I'll see the best for last.
I just feel like, what I'm saying, with a coach like you, Coach, it's really not that hard to like play with each other. Like, when you got coaches like you and Coach Doob, it's very easy to mess with each other and like I don't know, it's just like you're just so easy to be around. Like practices be going smooth when everybody's focused dialed in, you key part of that. So I just want to say I appreciate you, Coach, for everything.
I appreciate you too.
Of course, I just wanted to appreciate you bringing the brotherhood around, even though I came from wherever I came from. And I just wanted to, I don't know if you say that that's not real football, but I still play it down here now. So I just want to say thank you for bringing the brotherhood of the defense around and bringing us all together as like a big family, a big brotherhood.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah, Pat, I just want to make sure I say, all these guys are seniors, well, except for Elijah. A couple of the guys couldn't get on because of work and just other responsibilities, but we have senior night this Friday. So these guys be playing their last regular season game at Independence. So we're looking forward for a good, fun night Friday and to celebrate these guys.
All right. And you guys are playing Mallard Creek, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Well, make sure you come out there. I know Karen Belk will be there, Independent super fan. Shouting out Coach Weber. And you guys have several comments here. Let me try to go through some of these comments here. Karen also says, great group of guys, defensive players. Kim Cotton thinks it's awesome to give these guys the opportunity to rep their school. Kendall Rudolph says Dallas is a freaking dog. We got a lot of people that watch, and so there's a lot of comments here. Kim Hill Butler says Dallas was moving on the fake punt. And then there's some other ones here too. So guys, thank you so much for coming on here and talking up your coach and talking about your program. And like I said, that to me, that was your most impressive win this year. And we'll be doing the rankings a little bit later. And I showed you guys some love. I was kind of scared to go over there because Webb was kind of threatening me.
Come on to the paper drive, man. We've been waiting on you.
I feel like I might be safe now. I feel like I might be safe. Guys, thank you so much, and good luck this Friday against Mallard Creek, man. Appreciate the time, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. All right, those were the Independence Patriots defensive players joining us on Football Focus Weekly. Thank you to Big Eye for kind of putting that together and allowing us to talk, with those talented young men. All right, so let's get into what we got on the show tonight. Tonight, we got the Queen City Senior Bowl rosters we're going to talk about here shortly. We're going to last week's action, and then we'll do our Dirty Dozen CMS Best to Last updates, and then we'll talk about the big games coming up this week. So we're going to add the guys back in.
Hey, Pep, one thing. I just want to make sure that make sure I give a shout out to my head coach, DJ McFadden. A lot of the stuff we do won't be able to happen without his approval or his permission with a lot of things. Appreciate him just giving me the opportunity to be in the position that I'm in. And make sure I want to thank the other co-coordinator, Coach Chad Dubio. A lot of people don't know him. He fly on the radar. My guy, Chad Dubio, he does a lot. Me and him handle pretty much all the defensive things together. And our defensive staff, man, Coach Glenn, Coach Mines, Coach Chandler, Coach Crowder. I know we ask a lot from our guys. It's every day it feel like it's a new battle we gotta defeat, no matter what it is. And we always come together, put everything together, come on Fridays, and we always make sure we do everything for the boys. So I want to make sure I give all those guys a shout out on the defensive side.
All right. Well, you just did. That's good stuff. And let me say this too to DJ. DJ, I appreciate you allowing Adam to be on the show. I know every coach in the area wouldn't necessarily allow their assistants to do this, so that's really appreciated. And DJ had a nice post on Facebook that it kind of spoke to me, because he was talking about, how coaches don't, get a lot of love, and, you do it for the kids and, that kind of thing. So it was really good. It was really good. And, I really respect DJ and everything he's done in his career so far. And it's only getting started. I think he's got a really bright future. As a head coach, throughout the coming years, for sure. All right, let's go. I was hoping Coach Dub would be back here because we're going to talk about one of his players here shortly. But here he is. He's coming. But we're going to talk about the Queen City Senior Bowl rosters, and every year I know. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Okay. I know every year I hear a lot of different feedback about the rosters and the selection and all this and all that. And I do want to go solo for 1 second and just kind of explain, the main focus of the bowl game is to represent as many schools as possible with as many talented kids as possible. So, and I felt like I said this last week, but I'm going to say it again. If the bowl game wanted to get the 80 best players that were out there that applied and wanted to play, the roster would look good. We would have maybe 4, 5, 6 guys from several schools if you wanted to get the best 80 flat out. All right. But the goal of the bowl game is representation. We're covering 8, 9 counties in the bowl game, and 57 different schools are represented. All right. And that's what the executive committee wants, and that's the goal we execute. Okay. So with that being the basis, Coach Dub talks about it all the time. Kids from charter schools, the other games don't represent those guys for whatever reason. Kids from smaller schools, 1A, 2A schools, kids you don't get to see, kids you don't know, film you never get to see, all that stuff. We consider all of that against, all the other players. And, that's the basis of the bowl game. So I know some people see it strictly as it's just got to be the best of the best players, but the Queen City Senior Bowl, that is not what we aim for. Okay, we aim for inclusion, we aim for representation, and that's what is displayed on these rosters year in and year out. It just so happens this year we got to a record number of schools being represented, and that's what it's all about. Point blank and period, trying to represent everybody. Okay. So that being said, the East team, I'm not gonna read every name, but you guys see a name you want to shout out, like what Coach Adam. I know you got a couple guys on here. And then everybody else, if there's a name you want to shout out and recognize, feel free to do that. Big Eye, I'll let you go ahead, man. I know you.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jane Jones, best running back in the state at the Independence, man. And shout out to my guy Elijah Sellers, DB Independence, man. Congratulations to y'all guys, man. We'll be there to support you guys in practice and in games.
Absolutely. Anybody else want to shout out anybody on the East team that you see on the roster there?
No comment. My state.
Hey, what did they practice at?
I mean, shout out.
No comments.
What do the East Side practice at, Pep?
My will practice Independence. This the Independence glory show over here. Good gracious.
Phillips.
Hey man, don't be jealous, man. Hey, look, if we ain't gonna support our own people, what we do it for, man?
You did all that crying, he might as well support you. So hey, come on, let's go. Let's keep the show going. Lord,
hey man, kick him off.
Hey, look, and Pep,
go ahead.
I want to spotlight the selection committee and you too, Pep. Far as
great job, great job.
Yeah, what y'all try to do, and a lot of times people don't stick to what it's all about. Like, let the people know, okay, what's the goal, right? People may disagree with the goal, but at the end of the day, you guys, what you saying out your mouth is matching your selection. Like, we got a kid up there from Garinger. The chance of that kid getting spotlighted this year is slim in a positive light. And sometimes you don't know what players can do until they're around other players that can raise their level, right? And I'm not saying there's not good players at Garinger, because I know Juke's doing a great job. But what I'm saying is that kid from a Garinger can go and spotlight that he could play alongside kids that's bigger teams that might, because like I always say, some kids be hiding. I mean, we seen that. I mean, last year, we won't say any names, but it was kids. I was like, Jesus, is it because you had a great D-line or great O-line? Because you see it every year. You get that one player. I was really impressed with the running back from Hickory Grove last year. But what other bowl game is going to spotlight a kid from Hickory Grove? And that's what the bowl game's about. So salute to the selection committee. Pep, I know you're part of that process. I think y'all hit the nail on the head on this one.
I appreciate that, Coach Dub. So full transparency, selection is involving local media, the coaches in the game, and then I kind of pull it all together and send it off to the executive committee. And then they have their recommendations, which every year they have recommendations. This year was no different. And then we get to a final roster. So that's how the process is for the Queen City Senior Bowl. I know a lot of people always ask that.
I think you did a great job, brother. I think you did a great job. People always don't have their little say so, but I think you did a great job. Let's go to the next roster.
Well, before we do that, there's some comments being shared.
Yeah, go to the comments.
Let's see here.
Hey, Pep, I will say, man, shout out to the Independent boys on this team, but good Lord, that other side loaded, boy. Goodness gracious.
Well,
oh my God.
I will say this: in past years, we've had that kind of loaded
every year
perception, and that doesn't always work out.
I think it'd be a good game still. 'Cause I just think naturally it will be. But looking at the guy's name on that other list, boy. Woo.
T-Rail the most says great explanation of the Queen City Bowl game and good job, coach. If they don't like it, well, yeah. I'm not gonna say what I've heard, but it's nothing new. Coach Simmons at Palisades, he shot out his guys. We're gonna get to them in just a second, but those three are very talented.
Them guys can go right there for sure.
Yeah. J-Man, we're still gonna have court with you in a minute.
I got the J-Man court. I saw it. J-Man, I saw it.
Yeah. All right. So let's go to the other roster, the West Side. All right. Coach Dub, why don't you shout out your guy there, man?
Yeah, Jason Eaton. And I mean, like I talked about earlier, it's always kids that play at smaller schools that go in and shine. And Pep, correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't known a Mountain Island kid that hasn't been selected, that hasn't even started or made an impact in the game. So shout out the Queen City Bowl for selecting Jason. I think he's number 2 in the state in sacks. Jason has a motor. Jason reminds me a lot of Ashton Miller, which he's another alum from Mountain Island that played in this game. Ashton is currently starting for Campbell, and he actually had a fumble, almost had a touchdown a couple weeks ago as well. So he's excelling at the next level. So it just goes to show that, and when you get on that stage, you're able to shine. And also it builds confidence. I remember last year, I was a parent. I finally was able to be in a parent role. And I remember my son coming back and was like, Dad, I feel better, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm out there doing my thing. So shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to Jason. Jason's a wonderful kid, hardworking. He's been consistent for the last 4 years, been at Mountain Island since kindergarten. So he's homegrown. And he just works extremely hard, man. His mom comes from a great family. His brother Nate Eaton played for me. So I've been knowing Jason since he was a small kid. And that's the cool thing about working at a charter, K through 12. You get a chance to really watch these kids grow. Like I watched that kid walk into kindergarten, and now I'm able to celebrate him a senior night last week. And, that's what it's all about. And then also being able to watch him get this honor.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Shout out them Raptors, man.
Exactly.
Hold it up, Coach. Hold it up.
They keep switching. They keep switching.
What in the world?
Yes.
What in the world?
Yeah.
Y'all logo, man.
I made that on ChatGPT. I can't lie.
Oh man.
Hey,
Look at Billy. Look at Billy.
Hey, Tatum.
That's the one I seen.
Hey, Tatum. Hey, I had a fight. I was about to go 1-on-1.
I thought that was an old logo, man.
I could not get it to put the I in the M. I couldn't get
it. Hey, Coach Taylor, it was about to be a legendary. It was about to be Billy versus Dub. I was about to say, look at this. Hey, no, all I'm going to say is I'm going to shout out a player that a lot of people are underlooking. Marcus Myers over there at West Met. Dog. A lot of people like Coach Dub say, man, I love going to Queen City Bowl. You don't see a lot of dogs that y'all don't know about, like Angel at Garinger. I coached Angel his freshman year at Garinger. Angel is a great football player. He's a dog, and Angel to stay on the right path. I think Angel played D2 football. Angel's a really great kid, man. He's a dog. He just stay in them books. That's all I gotta say about Angel. But Marcus, that kid could play over there at West Met. I don't see that kid's. I played West Met his freshman year when he was there, man. Kids play, boy. So it's good seeing him. Like J-Man, I know everybody don't say the Independence running back is one of the top backs in the state, but J-Man is a problem. J-Man is a problem. I don't see that kid since he was a ninth grader at JV and stuff like that. That boy is a problem. And he did all that sharing the backfield with multiple backs. So, and then you got to look at what he's doing this year. You know what I'm saying? they put a cap on. It's like they got it. They put the I don't know why they're gonna run that boy more, but J-Man is a problem. The West Charlotte people like Miss Cotton talking about Rakeem Finch and stuff like that.
Yeah, hey, pull that roster back up.
This kid right here, he is like Mr. He's Mr. Selfless right there because that kid don't cry about nothing. He just go out there and play football. I'm telling you, college coaches, that kid right there could play some ball.
He committed to Army, Brandon.
I know, but I'm just telling you, but it's just still some kids that out there that can play. That kid is underrated. They getting a really steal right there. The Myers Park running back, he's dogging it out right now and stuff like that. It's a lot of kids. And then everybody know what I feel about Chance Cato. I couldn't stand him when we were playing Olympic, but Chance is a ball player. So, hey man, it's a lot of players over there.
We're going to talk about one kid to 10.
Hey, Matt, we talked to Jelani after the game, did we, Matt?
Yes, we did.
I thought so. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Pep, I can just highlight a couple guys on here, man. This list, man, just guys that I know that stand out to me, man. Obviously, my guy down in Shelby, Lamb, former QB1, who's about to take over the all-time passing leader in Shelby High history. And I think he's closing in on the county one as too. So shout out to him, man. Obviously, you got your guy J-Man out there. J-Man always on the show. Then, like this receiver core, man, you got Jelani, you got Rakeem, Mikey from Crest. Shout out to Cleveland County, man. Then you got the Broom kid on the O-line from West Charlotte, who's a dog. The Jefferson kid from Powell State, who's a dog. Jonathan Moore from Ashbrook. Shout out to the Ashbrook Ride the Wave, baby. He's a dog.
Where's the wave at, man?
Ride the wave, man.
Hold on. Hey, Pep, be clear, because I just heard Cleveland County. Let's shout out them Gaston County boys.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Right now, man.
Play football too.
Well, we got more. It's not your time. Shout out to Mikey McGill over at North Met. He's a dog, man. Then my guy, Lathan Finkster at Kings Mountain, man. He's a dog. And this Josh Hines, Myers Park, who's committed to UNC Charlotte right now, man. He's a dog. Keenan Early from Ashbrook. That's another one just riding the wave, man. Hey, man, this team right here, man. This look good, man. It's a good roster right here. Don't go out there and disappoint.
Hey, Chris Worcester from Stuart Kramer. Don't forget about him. You mentioned the Ashbrook kid. And I mean, most of your Gaston County kids, don't be surprised if they're making big time plays on it. I mean, we know we play ball down here, but I can't wait to see Gaston County football on this stage. And I think you deserve it. Go ahead.
And just so his daddy wants to say something, shout out to little Joe Evans, little Brody. I know his daddy intended. Shout out to little Joe Evans, man. He's a dog. He played linebacker, he long snapper, and he played linebacker. That kid
that's correct. Yeah.
He is a monster. You know, I don't watch Brody grow up, so that's why I'm sitting here like, I said, dang, Brody's a senior. That's how I know I'm getting old. But hey, he is what he is. That's life, baby.
Yeah, it is. Sure is.
Is he on the list?
Huh?
Is he on the list?
Long snapper. If you look.
No, man, come on, man. Let's move on. Shout out to my boy Joe, though. He's a good guy.
Yeah, but he's playing linebacker too, man.
I'm about to say, I so. Yeah, he's a dog at linebacker for sure.
Yeah. All right. So J-Man wants to shout out himself. And I think this is a good time to have court here with J-Man. So Billups, you said you wanted this.
Oh, yeah. Hey, all I'm gonna tell you is I'm proud of you. I love how you do everything you do for the community and stuff like that. But when that other side call you CBS, they don't put that lock on you, bro. They don't put that lock on you. If you want to be, you want all the people dancing in your background, go to over there. If you just want to be yourself, come to Talking Preps. That's all I want to tell you, man. All you gotta do is send.
You said come to Talking Preps.
Just come over here to Matt Morrow. Matt Morrow don't do you good and stuff like that.
Get him off the show, man. Get him out of here, man.
Yeah.
We give you one job.
Give him hey, Pep, you got to boot
one
him.
job.
Hey, you can boot me. Hey, you can boot me. Hey, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. You can boot me. You can boot me today. You can boot me today. But I had never switched up on you. and I never needed you to do a whole press on my coaching ability like somebody on this show. So you can boot me. And I'll be proud with that. I ain't need my players to come tell me that I was amazing. So go ahead and boot me. Hey, go ahead, baby. Hey, go ahead, baby. He needed that. He needed that because when Westshot clapped that cheeks and Huff clapped that cheeks, he was all quiet. But now you want to.
Hey.
What in the world, man?
He mad at me for his mistake.
Right. He the one who said it.
Wait, and he the one who said it. And for on record, I didn't tell Pep what questions to ask them guys. I had no idea what Pep was gonna ask them guys.
J-Man, check your Twitter DM, please.
So it was like wrestling. It was like wrestling, man. You asked him to cut the promo and he couldn't do it.
That man went on there and said, if you don't like it where you at, come to Talking Prep. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. That right there. It's like me telling. It's like me. Come on, man. That's bad, man. Come on, Billups.
Now I gotta text Billups.
You gotta run and practice for that, man. That's up down.
Them extra laps.
Yeah, hey. He gotta have up downs in the snake, man. Just running back and forth. Hey, touch every line.
All right. So last week we had Kings Mountain Ashbrook. First of all, Ashbrook, impressive, man. 43-7 win over Kings Mountain. Coach Dub, that's your Gaston County. We played football 2 game of the week. Why don't you take the lead on that, man? What did you think about that one?
Well, we did what we needed to do. We showed where Gaston County. So let me continue on with that because I coach a school in Gaston County, so I'm saying we. All right. So at the end of the day, out of all counties, the best team out of Cleveland and Gaston County is Ashbrook. They showed that on Friday, and they'll continue to show that. So shout out to Coach James, Coach Biggers, his staff. Love what you guys are doing. Keep putting on for the city. Keep putting on for the county as well. Gaston County, we play football too. Yeah, they're better than any team in Cleveland County. Absolutely.
Well, I don't disagree with that. Hey, I don't disagree with that point one bit. I'm just saying, we don't consider Kings Mountain Cleveland County anyway. They're their own property.
See, that's a fight. That's an in-house fight. We're not. That's domestic violence
for sure, man. I ain't gonna shout out to Ashbrook, man. I knew all week if I had to pick a game, I knew that was gonna turn out like that. I knew they was gonna take care of business and blow them out. Just because them coaches at Ashbrook, man, they know every week it's a big game just because it's the next game, man. And shout out to those guys like they coaches after the game, Coach Derek James. They wanted to make a statement. It's not necessarily for their kids. Their kids already knew they was better. They make a statement to everybody out there doubting them and that's watching them. You know what I mean? So, they have a big showdown. They have a big showdown coming in 2 weeks. Obviously, we know they worry about this game. Then they take care of that game next week. And I can't wait to cover that game and give my thoughts on that game. But, Pep, even last year, Pep, on the show, I kept telling everybody how good Ashbrook was. They had a couple minor mistakes last year to put them in situations with how their season went, and they come back hungry, even hungrier this year, man. So, but shout out to Ashbrook.
Well, you know what's amazing about Coach James and his staff? His kids go to college too. So no matter what the outcome of last year, the team that beat him didn't send more kids to college than his program. So not only is he winning on the field, he's also winning off the field. So I know that's a top priority. So
yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. So we'll come back to these games here in just a second. J-Man, you ready?
J-Man.
All right. So we're gonna have live court here with J-Man. We're gonna have to.
You let one of them do it.
This. No, I got it.
There you go.
Because I'm gonna have some real talk here and I'm gonna let you guys watch. So first of all, J-Man, welcome to CFI's Football Focus Weekly.
Yo.
J-Man, you 17, 18 years old?
I just turned
that mustache up.
That's all you talking about.
Man,
My
you
players
gotta
got a full goatee going on, dog.
No. Them boys got on here look. They about 30. I'm like, nah.
So guys, I'm gonna bring y'all back. I'm gonna bring y'all back in just a second because I need to have a one-on-one conversation.
I'm well thirsty.
All right, yeah, because you don't need it.
Hydrated.
Now, J-Man, you said you've been trying to come on here all season.
I can't hear you. Can I hear you? Hold on.
You can't hear me?
Pep, I can't hear you.
What? No, hold on. Now you mess with me because my mic's on.
Oh, I can't hear him. Hold on. I'm gonna join and come back. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Hold up.
See now you see what happens. I try to give somebody. I tell you, boy. I tell you, who's with me? Coach Tatum's here. All right,
kids,
you here? All right. Let's go through the rest of these because I'll tell you, boy. So Butler shut out North Meck 28-0. That was impressive.
It's what we expected. It's what we expected over there.
Yeah. That was the first game on their new field too, man. It looks good.
Oh yeah, but what we expected. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some of that stuff now, like it was just lineups. It was just it's Brian Hills being Brian Hills, and we got hope. We know he's back. That's all I would tell you.
Yeah. And then with Chambers and Independence, of course, we talked about it earlier, but Independence playing the most complete game, defeating them 41-6. Really impressive defensive performance. And then offensively, they were able to get some things going, both in the running game and the passing game. So. Yeah,
I think when I talked to Jeremy Johnson over there, offense coordinator over there at Independence, he said Chambers came out in a 3-3, 3-3-5 and stuff like that. So they were with that 3-3-5, Coach Tatum will tell you that. You just don't run at that. You know what I'm saying? You don't see they don't slant and make sure they're doing the right stuff, but they was not slanting it. Nothing. So, hey, you don't get power and counter the whole day. So I think that was what was impressive with that. And then the defense, Chambers defense just couldn't get going. Like you watch the film, it just couldn't get going. But shout out to Independent special teams coach over there with that Dallas Brand. That was a big play right there.
Now, let me ask you, Tatum, because I know how I feel. You rather see a 3-man front or 4-man front?
It depends. I have a good tight end, three-man front. If I got a tight end, 3-man front. If I don't, if I'm more of an H-back team, 4-man front. My kids they know it better.
But it's just like both of y'all would say this too. If you see a 3-man front, even if you don't got a tight end, and they ain't slanting, they ain't running the 3-man front the right way. Yeah. You're like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and they'll play, and they'll go and pinch, and they ain't slanting nothing and stuff like that. Then cool. But yeah, I would say the same thing too.
Yeah, I mean, if you leaving my guards uncovered, that's the thing. My goodness, and I can just release and get second level, and yeah.
You see a 0 and 2, a 3 and a 5 or something like that. I would say that would give you a hard time because they got to walk somebody down right there, on the backside. But you see like the all sexy stuff now. You see the 0 and the 2 4-eyes and stuff like that. You be like, okay. And they ain't walking nobody. You like, oh, all right.
yeah, exactly. Sun Valley, Charlotte Catholic. This was a bit of a surprise with them getting a shutout at Charlotte Catholic, 21-0. And that Sun Valley defense has been playing real good. So they're starting to shape into that 6A contender we thought they were going to be before the season.
What was the was it passing or the ground attack? I did not watch that game, Pep.
Sun Valley, more so run.
And what did I say last week, brother?
What did you say?
I said they was gonna run that ball. You remember you said no, they're gonna throw the ball and stuff like that. Thank you. I didn't watch it. My ADHD and stuff like that get me caught up.
And then
when you play a team like West Charlotte, they're gonna be. Charlotte Catholic gonna be wing T, and the other teams running the ball, and you have some success running the ball. It's usually just a run game back and forth.
Yeah,
like why throw it and mess up the mojo? So.
Yeah. And you said you're an O-line guy, Coach Dave. And that first run play you called, and you get 5 or 10. We ain't throwing the ball tonight. We ain't throwing the ball tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Carolina Panthers. That's what they did this Sunday.
Well, we don't want to talk about that. That was some of the worst. Dallas cannot stop the run. But yeah, that's another segment. Go ahead.
Olympic and West Cabarrus battle for first place. Olympic pulls that out. Last second field goal, 20-17.
It's Olympic starting slow. Like, do we feel like that? Like, it takes them time to get going? Like,
I don't know if they're starting slow. It's more so.
Or do we need to credit West Cabarrus? Because they do got.
I think the teams in that conference have been just playing them tough. In the Olympic, I give more credit to Olympic because they're finding a way to win close games consistently. I think every game in conference play for them so far has been a close win.
Well, I would say this, like me personally, Olympic, what they went through the beginning of the year when they have Cato, that opened their offense up more. Do that make sense?
I think that did help them. Yeah,
because last year we just saw they were throwing it. Now they got multiple threats. You know what I'm saying, like that. But I told everybody when they start running that power run stuff, I said, Thompson on been somewhere. He don't went to some clinic. I can't stand when a coach go to a clinic. Go tell him know what I'm talking about. You can't stand when a coach go to a clinic. And he understand. He start learn how to run power, counter. You're like, man, that's right inside.
Now you talking Coach Tatum's language right there.
And they just trying new things here and there.
Yeah, you seen them instead of doing the gap seeing, they over here, they climbing. You see they game. You like, whoa. He was in front of the zone block, running inside, outside zone. Now you seen the power blocking. You seen that climb. You seen that shield and that guard climbing and stuff like that. But you're like, whoa. Hey, coach. Hey, I'm gonna tell you that Olympic team dangerous, bro. They got the kids to do it.
Yeah, and then finishing up with Barry and Harding, Ballard Allegheny. Harding came back to win this game, 16-7.
Hey,
I saw Coach Cunningham earlier. He was talking about the Queen City Senior Bowl, but I interviewed him last night on our other show, Between the Lines, and their running back Jamarcus Hairston, who had a big game, 187 rushing yards. And to the point when you talking about running the ball, even though they were down 7-0 most of the game, they stuck with their running game.
Yeah, still were working.
Yeah, and they got them a big victory and their second win on the season, man.
No, it was impressive. Like I watch it, I clown, I always call stuff coaching clinic game, but it was good. I would say Harding did what was necessary to win the game. And I called Rob and I told Rob, I said, boy, you had it. You just, it was a good game.
And you talking about the head coach at Barry.
Yes, yeah. My fault, ladies and gentlemen. I know everybody. But no, shout out to Coach at Harding, man. That was a good game. Like I said, I was glad he started running the ball. And me and Matt talked about this earlier. I was glad he was running the ball.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, I'll come back to you in just a second. We're gonna go back to our little situation we need to address here. Jay, man, first of all, I feel like, we have a strong enough relationship to where you can just ask me to come on the show, man.
Oh, yeah. Okay, look. See, I was going to text you personally, but I'm like, every time I've been on here, he invited me. So I'm going to wait because sooner or later, he going to be like, come on the show. Come on the show. I'm like, you know what? Bet I'm going to come on there. And, I tried to get on there earlier this year. Bill saying want me on here because y'all know my mouth get a little reckless. So I'm like,
yes, we do.
Put me on. I promise I ain't going to say nothing bad. I ain't gonna talk about none of y'all favorite players on the show when I'm live.
Our favorite player, everybody's a favorite player.
Nah, like I ain't. Now some of y'all sons, I'm not gonna bring them up on the live show. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
So now once I leave,
so I gotta ask you, man. You got a lot of opinions, man. Where does that come from?
Experience. Like, okay, one, I play football, but I watch it as much as I play. I play and I watch equally. I talk as much as I work. So at the same time that I could praise myself, I'm watching when my game ends, I'm on NFHS. I'm already watching everybody else's game if they still playing. I'm watching every team. I watch every player. Any dude get ranked above me, above my teammates, I'm watching them every single game, no matter who he playing. He could play Huff, he could play North Iredale, he could play Tarboro or whoever. I don't care. I'm gonna watch every last player, just to evaluate them on, you know, who really the best of the best. I mean, obviously everybody got their own favorite players, and, you know, everybody a little biased, you know, when they bring up their team or whatever else, they think they got the best players or whatnot. You know, I mean, hey, they do the same thing over here at Mo, but I mean, at least it's some truth to ours. But you know, that's just what it is. I got a lot of opinions because that's just who I am. So, you know,
Got you. Okay. You won Homecoming King. I didn't know that.
I did. You know, actually, so now I'm gonna brag about myself. 4 straight years. I've been on the homecoming court. I don't know about nobody else's son, but me, Derek's been on the court all 4 years. I just won back. You know, I had to run with against my teammate again. You know, I had to let him know, like, yeah, we brothers, but when we competing, we not. All right. When it comes to like this, you over there, this is me. All right, this is a me thing. So you know, I won Prince last year. I repeated and got King this past Friday against North Iredell. Oh, and I set that, you know, that career high or whatever, rushing yards. But you know, it's just, you know, for as much hate as I get on Facebook, you would think that people, you know, in real life, they be like, oh, we don't like this dude. I'm like, nah, they're gonna vote for me. They're gonna hype me up.
Well, those are your peers, though. I mean, that's
listen, all my peers like me, and I don't like all of them. I don't want to be liked by everybody. I don't want you feel me? Like, I just.
Why you say that?
Because if everybody like you ain't doing nothing right. If you like, really? if nobody hating on you, you ain't doing nothing right.
Okay.
At all.
Okay.
Period.
All right. Well, you're getting a lot of love here from the fans.
Exactly. Like, look, Katie mom, she know. You know, it's just the thing though. Like, you know, that they like that. They like this energy I bring. That real you know, I ain't gonna say that. I don't want to be stereotypical, but
okay.
You know, I bring, you know, a little flavor to my attitude in a way that a lot of people don't like it. You know, so when I'm on internet, I'm talking. I'm just playing, you know, I'm trolling. You know, I don't dislike West Charlotte. I don't dislike Huff. I dislike some people there, but I don't dislike them.
Okay.
So it's like,
I gotta ask you, man, with your personality, what do you want to do when you get older?
I want to play football, obviously. So like, but when I retire, I'm going to coach. I'm a coach. We gonna win games over here. My standard, like, I got a brother on JV right now. If he does anything,
you got a brother?
Yeah, a younger brother.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean, you look just alike. Like you'll be able to tell that's my brother.
Okay.
But anytime, you know, I'm at the JV games hype. So like, I mean, it's a JV game. I mean, even if my players aren't, you know, as talented as others or whatever, you know, I'm still gonna hype them up to be, you know, elite. You know, we're gonna always raise the standard. Like I tell my brother every day, with our last name and what I do. What I do, either you're gonna do it or you're gonna do better. We're gonna always raise the bar. So anytime you read McCombs in the paper, you see it on the internet. We some real deal tweakers. It ain't nothing sweet.
Okay.
We just like that. Period.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bring the guys back and see if they got anything for you. Oh, wait a minute, he ain't ready. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Oh, and hold on. How y'all let Talking Preps invite me before y'all? That's
hold on. Now, first of all,
that's
like I said,
J-Man,
I thought we were past the point of being invited.
I got him on.
You know good and well, if you want to come on here, all you had to do is shoot me a DM and say, "Hey man, I want to come on the show."
Well, this is what we're gonna do. This is what I feel like need to be done. Make me an honorary member.
An honorary member.
Hey, no, Billups.
I like that.
I like
that.
No. Well, now, guys, we have had special guests before that were
no, guys.
Let him on.
J-Man knows. I know him, and I know his coach. J-Man knows he's a no-go.
You talking about? Now, if I ask Mayo to do this,
nah, I know the old one, and you are. I'm glad.
Nixon. Nixon. No, Joe gonna be like,
yo, Joe. What would Joe would told you?
You don't need to be on there, Jadarius.
All right. And what your running back coach would tell you? What your running back coach? He don't laugh at you and say, "Tone it down."
Hypercat gonna laugh.
And tell you, tone it down.
Tell me stay off the internet Coach Williams, Steve, they're gonna be like, I told you stay off that Facebook. I'm like, listen.
Do you see why? You see now? Hold on. Now what did Jordan tell you that I always tell him? I said, don't you say nothing. What did Jordan, Gavin, and all of them tell you?
Man, listen.
But I'm gonna tell you something.
You put Torres comment up there. J-Man been popping this is SRT. Can you put that on?
You know, I coach.
He ain't lying.
I coach him.
Nah, J-Man the truth. J-Man for sure, baby.
So 2025. Well, really, it's been before that. But when I moved to the Giants and I went to Charlotte in 2020 and I played with Jamari Nichols and Davion and all them boys, and we had our runs, going traveling state to state, putting belt to boys before we was in high school. That's what we did. We just talked.
J-Man different.
Now look at West Charlotte roster. 50% of them dudes was SRT Giants.
Yep.
Memphis Barb, a Giant. Me, a Giant. We in Albemarle.
That is right. Memphis was a Giant.
Memphis was a Giant too. Mario Spence and West Iredale, a Giant. We just run it. So it's like we Coach Ant built us up to have this like somewhat cocky attitude.
Nah, I'm proud of you, though, boy.
Work at the end of the day,
Nah, I'm proud of you. Boy.
Well, here's the main point. First of all, you a CFI guy. All right, you are a guy. All right, so
we don't get you a sweatshirt.
We gonna let that slide. All right, we're gonna let that slide. Don't pretend that ain't happening.
Once though, you get a pass.
One pass.
Okay, look, next time y'all gotta see.
Nah, I'm gonna go call Joe. I'm gonna go call Joe.
Joe
get you right.
You gotta let me know that's the ops. See, y'all ain't say nothing about them being the ops. So like,
Jay, okay. Well, let me be quiet.
You gotta let me go.
But you right, man.
Like me, like if I ain't coming on, like y'all was there, like, you'll bring on a special guest, and you bring me on, bring me off, and then somebody from Lake Norman get on here. I'm gonna feel some type of way. I'm gonna be kind of mad. I'm like, nah.
Hey, but I would tell you this. Hey, I would tell you this. You had me laughing in that interview, boy. You were talking all proper. I said, I don't know that kid. Yeah.
Hey, look, my homeboys hit me up. They was like, bro, you some media trained. I'm like, I'm not. I just be changing my words up because
you need a polo shirt on. I said, okay.
It's a different audience over there. It's a different demographic. He had to cater to that demographic.
Hey, he combed his hair and everything. I said, okay.
That was
so Yasmin says J-Man should be there.
We'll be here all night.
I got you. In the game correspondent. So we'll discuss it after the show, and then we'll be in touch. I ain't got no NIL.
I got one more question for J-Man.
We got a couple dollars.
Well, if you want about 10 wings for him. Yeah.
There you go. In a wet night.
10 wings.
Go ahead, Coach Dub. Last one.
All right, J-Man, that is not a Mooresville, North Carolina accent. Where you come from?
I'm from Hickory. I grew up in Hickory, Hickory.
I told you.
So I'm a thug.
He's a thug. He's different, boy. That's a different
boy.
Right? He's different. I love him. I love him. Hey, J-Man, I'm going to tell you something. You remember that year?
Where your family from?
My family, my whole dad's side of the family grew up in Hickory. So my people I got my family in high school in like Shelby and Bandy's. So my family from there, and that's where a lot of my uncles played on my mom's side, my dad's side. We all from Hickory. So we Hickory. We all around there or whatever. I'm the only one really
that's like that
moved out here towards the Charlotte area. But when I changed my team. And I left, I went to the Giants. I'm like, nah, I need somebody who can match this, this energy that I bring. I'm gonna run up on you at 50, and then I'm gonna run on you again. So that's just what it is. We the YNs right now. Like,
go. He from Hickory. Go. Y'all
don't know how to I appreciate it, man. J-Man, I will be in touch with you. All
right, y'all be safe.
Right. We'll see you.
Take care, man. Good seeing you.
All right,
that boy different.
Jadarius McCombs, J-Man from Mooresville High School.
Hey, man, that boy said something to me, that JV guy. I said, boy, where you from? And I said, all right, leave him alone. I said, you got it. That boy different.
All right. The Week 9 CMS Best to Last has a couple changes. The Independence pages move up to 5 with the big win over Chambers. And the Berry Cardinals move up out of 21 to 20. I was very impressed with their defense against Harding. Harding moves up one spot with the win over Berry, and everybody else in the best of last remains the same.
Looks good to be.
Thank you.
Yep, let's move on.
Dirty Dozen, Week 9 edition. Independence comes back in the poll at number 10, or that poll ranking
Thank
at number
God.
10.
Thank God. We would have had to hear it. Thank
Now
God.
we avoid the edge with their win over
Hey,
Charlotte
keep them in the
Catholic.
poll. Hey, keep them in this Dirty Dozen, man. Like, good gracious.
You folded under pressure.
I
No,
claim
they earned it. They earned it.
I'm glad they did. They did earn it.
Tell them, Brandon. Brandon, speak for it. They did. Good
I'm
job.
saying they
Number
did
10.
earn it. I'm glad they earned it. I'm glad they earned their way back in because
let's move on.
Webb is too young for high blood pressure. So I'm glad they earned their way back in, man.
Good job, Lord Jesus.
All jokes aside, y'all definitely earned it. I definitely earned
They did. They really did. That was a quality win.
I think this list can be shooken around a little bit. Not even talking about our team, but we'll move on.
Voice your opinion.
I definitely think Ashford. I think Ashford.
It'll get handled in a few weeks, so we'll leave it.
Talking about Crest and Ashbrook.
Yep.
Yeah, Ashford definitely need to be above Crest.
I would agree with that. I think Ashbrook is the better team. I'm always ride the Greenway, baby. Let's go.
You don't even know where Ashbrook at.
I'm not talking to that young gentleman over there no more.
All right, Week 9 game previews. We got Charlotte Latin and Providence Day, both teams undefeated on the season. This is going to be Charlotte Latin's kind of big test to see where they are in the major pecking order of private school football. Providence Day has looked very impressive, coming off a big win over Christ School, I think 71-0. Any thoughts on Latin and Providence Day?
I got Providence Day all day.
Charlotte Latin is not beating Providence Day.
All day Providence Day.
I only know why we previewed this game. That's just my personal opinion.
Because they're both undefeated, man. That's why.
And, well, I'll tell you, Charlotte Latin not gonna be undefeated after Friday. Let's go.
They won't be undefeated after Friday.
Let's go, Providence Palisade. Go ahead, go Providence Palisade.
Go ahead, Bill. She got it.
Hey, we got Providence versus Palisade. Woo, this is a good one right here. This is the battle for first place. Go ahead, Coach Dub. What you got, man? I know you got some roots with Coach Simmons over here.
Man, my dog Simmons gonna get it done. I think Palisades, they rolling. I think that this is a statement game. And I know, like, we're not sleeping on Palisades. Everyone in the know, especially in coaching circles, that Coach Simmons done a great job of building that program literally from the ground up. So I think this is their coming out party. It should have been with a couple weeks ago, but I think Palisades is going to win this game. And shout out to Providence. I mean, Providence has been consistent. One thing we know about Providence, they've been consistent for years. They haven't been down, they haven't been up. They've been consistent, and that's
military.
That shows stability in the program. So
shout out to West Ward. Shout out to my dog West Ward over there. Anybody else got anything for Providence Palisades?
Palisades, we saw them earlier, so really great defense, really playing some good football this season overall. Providence, if I'm not mistaken, had a little slow start, but have been playing much improved lately. So I'm interested to see how this one goes. They kind of been playing a lot better lately, so we'll see.
I would say once they switched the quarterback, once the quarterback change happened, I think Providence start rolling, even though he had to start that first game against West Charlotte. But West Charlotte is a tough first game for any first-time varsity starter. Providence defense, it's going, but I think Palisades just don't out punch him in the face. That's why I got Palisades win this game. All right, so we got Malacrete versus Independence. Coach Webb, what you got for us on this one?
It's gonna be a good night, man. It's senior night at Independence, man, on Patriot Drive, man. Get your tickets, come out and have a good time, and watch a good game.
Better get there early. They might not let you in.
Oh yeah, the limited tickets. You know that's the new thing. Anybody else got anything? Because what do we expect? Do we expect this to be a ground and pound game, or do we think Independence don't let that ball fly? Anybody got anything on this game?
I do. I think this. I'm calling this Webb's edge up game. Would you be on the edge? after this game.
You
When you move up, that's the edge up. So if Webb come on the show next week with a shape up, he on the edge. But
I don't think he'll do that because playoff time. You gotta be grinding to play.
Nah, hey, so I'll probably this tomorrow, Friday,
Webb,
after the season.
Hey, Webb, I'm just messing with you. I think
I'm gonna get a haircut. I'm gonna get a haircut for this game. You know, seeing night, man. I'm going.
Yeah, you got to.
I got to send my guy Dallas Brandon off right, and my guy Samaj Robinson in line. I got to send him off right.
He got to, but I still
you gotta look presentable for them pitches, don't you?
Yeah, memories, man. It's all about memories, man.
That dude terrible. All right, Matt, what you got for this one? Battle Creek Independence game.
I think it's going to be an absolute dog fight in the trenches. Both Mallard Creek and Independence have strong offensive lines. I think the line that asserts itself against the corresponding defensive line is going to win the game. I think it's going to be a great football game. It's going to come down to probably the last drive. I think Independence is playing the best football of the year. Mallard Creek coming off a good win against North Meck. And then they had to bye. So they had a bye before this week too. So they're going to be more than ready. 2 weeks to get ready for a good Independence team. Independence playing the best football, man. Like you guys said, get your tickets early. I hope they don't limit it for the seniors because
they need to stop that
sale right now if you need to get some.
Yeah,
they need to stop that. CMS, y'all need to stop that, man. Y'all gotta let these good folks enjoy college. High school
we're gonna talk about it after this segment, but I do really want to say you never forget your last home game.
Exactly.
As a senior, you never forget it.
Exactly.
I can remember sitting on the sideline at Harding beside Big Mike Woodard, our middle linebacker, tough as anything. He's an Army sergeant now, and he sat there and was crying, and I said, Mike, man, I know we busted our tails, and we gonna be all right, man. This ain't the end for us, but I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it, man. So you guys go out there and make it a great atmosphere for those guys, and add to those memories.
No, they're doing a great job over there. Big Independence. I clown them all the time. That's my damn rival from high school, but they're doing a real good job. So we don't go to South Met versus Huff. Hey, man, this is a really big game. This is a game that I know both head coaches are going to come ready to play. Let's go to Pep. Go ahead. Break us off with this one. South Met versus Huff.
South Meck, 6 wins in a row after the first loss of the season against Charlotte Catholic. They're getting it done on offense. Carter Gillis at the quarterback spot has been superb throwing the football. Rayvon Pauling, sophomore running back, has rushed for over 100 yards in several games so far this season. Nate Baker at the offensive line, a Queen City Senior Bowl selection, a big reason why they're having success in the run game. Callaway Williams has been the big play guy in the passing game for the Sabres. And then, of course, we talked about Brody Evans at the linebacker spot, doing some big things defensively for the Sabres. The big thing here is getting off to a good start. South Met can't have turnovers. If they're going to go in here and be in this game for all 4 quarters, they got to play efficient football. Gillis has got to get the ball out fast to get up around that Huff pass rush. And then again, the toughest thing about playing Huff is they're so good at all 3 levels defensively. Running the ball against them, their D-line really gets off really well, sheds blocks. Linebackers scrape and fill gaps and tackle very well in space. And then, of course, we know how good the secondary is. It's a tough hill to climb for South, but they deserve to see where they are. They've earned it with the way they've been playing the past 6 weeks. And then for the Huskies, I'm sure they enjoy playing, really good teams like this and, getting out there and testing themselves because they're trying to get ready for a playoff run, so they're taking it very seriously. And, the key for them, obviously offensively, when we've seen them, struggle a little bit this year, it's because of some turnovers. If they protect the football and they're efficient offensively, they're the favorites.
I would agree with you. I think that from me, from a coaching standpoint, watching both teams, South Met, that Huff D line and O line are very, very difficult to game plan for because they are very aggressive. They punch, they come out there, punch you in the mouth. You gotta put pressure on that young quarterback. You gotta put pressure on the quarterback. He don't play like a young quarterback, but you gotta put pressure on. That defense, that linebacker core, man. You don't really see most linebacker core players coach to that D line as they do. So that's how you know how good that D line is. So I don't know, Bob. I'm gonna watch this game. This is the game I'm going to watch this week and see what we don't get out of. But I expect South Met to come ready to play because I know Joe. Anybody else got anything on this one?
Yeah, we setting South Met up. Like, I just feel like we setting South Met up by even featuring it, and that's just my opinion.
Well, we got to feature it because it is for first place. This is one of the games.
Yeah,
first
it
place.
is. It's first place.
And you know, I know what you're saying, Rob, because I said the same thing when me and Matt were talking about it. I said, do you really want to do this one? But we got to because they are playing good football. Huff is punching people in the face. But I think South Met versus Huff and South Met versus Myers Park are going to be two games we will have to talk about. Of course, we don't have to talk about Myers Park versus Huff when that comes. But this is a big game this week.
South Meck and Myers Park is different from South Meck and Huff. Just my
No, opinion. I get it. I get. Well,
I know how I'm thinking as a coach. I'm like, hey,
yeah,
Lord,
but since you got,
we don't want Huff.
Yeah,
we don't want Huff to be motivated because they're going to see this.
Oh well, Huff motivate. Cool. Hey, well, I don't go ahead and tell you, Huff motivate.
Yeah, Huff doesn't need to watch our show to be motivated.
Right, they gonna motivate either way.
Hey, I talked to
him
before.
Non-factor.
Let me say something real quick. Yeah. Coach Tatum, I'll start with you, man. Shows, I know you guys don't have a show up there per se, but media comments on social media or anything, do you use those to fire up your team?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Hey, and even in games where, like, maybe you're playing a lesser opponent, I make up stuff. Now, I don't say that this team said this, but I'll say, hey, man, that kid probably thinks he's way better than you, or this coach, he says y'all ain't worth a darn, or
wow,
or back in the day, this. No, I'm trying to motivate my guys. Like, would it be real or elaborated? I'm trying to get my guys going, and I'm gonna use whatever I can. But 100%. Like, if I can find something, like there was times like I had a sound bite, right? And it was somebody's kind of just pushing us off to the side, and I blew it up more than it was, and our guys played great. So I use stuff all the time.
Making up stuff is wow. You said I'm gonna create a story. I'm gonna create something just to use. I like that idea though. I like that.
Hey, B, it goes down in the locker rooms, and that's what I was alluding to because this type of game, South Meck versus Huff, the one thing you don't want anyone to play down, and I'm not saying South Meck down because they're 6-1 for a reason. They're on the road. But what I'm saying is you want your team to play at their highest level and playing week in and week out because Huff goal is to win the state championship, just like South Meck.
Yeah.
But when you're playing an opponent that's not favored to win, you want to motivate your boys to go out there and give them their best shot. So
I'm South Meck. I don't want to see number 48 at corner like I saw last week. He was at 48 was at corner first quarter versus Garinger last week. So that's why I'm saying. So we don't talk about, but now that you talking up this next thing, Colvin versus Community School of Davidson, what you got on this, Rob?
I'm gonna talk about that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
All right, Corvian and CSD. I think this is a heck of a game. They're building a rivalry. They're from the same conference. That's a conference we used to be in, and playing against both teams for years. I think this is one of the sleepers. If I know we got a lot of good games featured up here, but this is probably. I'm talking about pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? At their classification, this is probably one of the best games in the state at the 2A level.
I'll give you that
for this week. So I think it's going to be the two great coaching staffs. Coach Elbert at CSD is a heck of a coach. Coach Emil at Corvian is a great coach. So if it was a rivalry, it would definitely be Corvian and CSD at this moment. But I wouldn't be surprised either way, whoever wins. I would definitely give the edge to Corvian in this one. But you can never count out TJ Elder.
I like
that. He's going to scheme you up. He's going to throw the ball around a lot. I know they got a new quarterback over there that transferred from Hopewell. And, that kid was, player of the week nominee for the last couple of weeks. So that kid is throwing the ball around. That's what TJ wants.
Who is the kid? Not the one who started the year for Hopewell, is it?
No, it's
Ty Siegler is the guy.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, so he's having a heck of a year. He's throwing the ball around. That's what TJ wants them to do. But guess what? Corvian can match up. I know they will mix up their coverages. They'll go man. They'll do different things. So it's going to be a good game. I wouldn't be surprised to see Corvian win. I wouldn't be surprised to see CSD. And I know the average fan is looking like Corvian, CSD. This is
that's a good game.
That's great football. And honestly, both of those teams are in contentions to try to make a deep playoff run. So shout out to both programs, man. Just good luck to both of you guys. Oh, absolutely. TJ gonna have them boys fired up. And speaking of using bulletin board material, and TJ is gonna use everything he can use. TJ used to coach in college. I believe he's coach at Davis, if I'm not mistaken. But a good coach, man. And he's gonna get them boys fired up. Neither one of those teams, Corvian and CSD, both those teams are gonna be prepared. So look forward to seeing that score.
All right. So Dan, now we got Hickory versus East Lincoln. What you got on this, Matt?
Well, I think this game has potential of being an absolute crazy shootout. This final score could be 56-49. There's a lot of offensive firepower in this game. The biggest thing here is which defense is going to get a stop because both of these offenses, man, just absolutely right it up. But both teams have had defensive issues, throughout the season. East Lincoln with Grant Lawless having an incredible year at the quarterback spot, committed to Wake Forest. Jalen Fletcher McLean, I think they call him the glitch, plays the running back spot, provides some good balance to the strong passing attack the Mustangs have. Jackson Dollar, the incredible tight ends, kind of hybrid receiver. He's got an offer from about every Power 4 in the country. He's really that good. Just incredible fluidity and speed at his size. Is super impressive. And then they've got a couple other guys. The Beam kid at receiver, he's kind of the possession guy. He can make some big plays happen, but he's just consistent in his route running. He's the guy you got to watch in the offensive attack because you try to focus all your attention on Dollar. He's the one that can win against single coverage and really just kind of light you up. And if you're not careful, you look up, he's going to have 8 catches for, 120 yards and a couple touchdowns. Yeah, and then Joe shouting them out right there, Davis Beam, and then Tyson.
Shout out to Davis Beam, man. His dad's the offensive coordinator, Matt Beam. I remember Davis, and his brother just graduated, I believe, last year.
Yeah,
from East Lincoln, man. It's a great family, man. I know Coach Beam. He's gonna have those guys ready to go. They're gonna be up for the challenge. I think this is a big game for the area. If you know anything about the area, this is a huge game. For the area, man. And man, I like East Lincoln in this one because it's at East Lincoln, man. I like that. I like it.
But I'll tell you, Joe Glass at Hickory, a lot of people.
Yeah, they're gonna be ready to go too. Coach Glass gonna have them guys ready to go.
Yeah. A lot of people predicted his downfall because of all those great guys he lost to graduation last year. But he's done nothing but reload. And those guys he's got now won a ton of games together on JV. And now they're winning a ton of games on varsity.
Hey, they don't gotta tell me because Cox Mill, we went up there 2 years ago and played that JV team. And thank God for that storm that came, because I said, hey, it got ugly. It was like 35-0. And Coach Holmes looked at me. He said, Brandon, what you want? I said, let's go. Let's go. Hey, got it, baby. Hey.
Well, now a lot of those same guys are making those same big plays.
No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Coach Glass, when I talked to Joe, he said they got about 3 or 4 good years over there. So that like I was saying about Jay, man, it was not criticizing. But Hickory, they play football up there, boy. They play some good football up there, boy. They got some athletes.
And then also, y'all got to think, Coach Glass used to coach at Lincolnton, so he's familiar with the area.
Yeah.
So playing at East Lincoln is not going to bother him. And I won't go on this ain't too much of a limb, but I call overtime in this game. I think this will go to overtime.
I think that's a safe bet. I honestly do. McCree at quarterback has kind of taken over for what Stober did last year, 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. They have Jenkins at running back, who's nearly at 1,000 yards already and 23 touchdowns on the season. Just incredible numbers right there. And they kind of spread it out offensively as the receiver spots. They've got a kid who had a ton of interceptions last year. I'm trying to get to his name because we wrote about him on Prep Red Zone, North Carolina. Where is he at here? Mr. Rowland, yeah. He only has 1 interception this year, but last year he led the state in interceptions with, I believe, 11 on the season. He's a ball-hawking defensive back. So they've got several guys that can make some big plays for the Red Tornadoes. What a name. Where did that name come from? Red Tornadoes.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like somebody had a good night that night. Sitting on their porch, had a good night. Boy, you see them Red Tornadoes over there? Yeah, boy, I see it. But we're gonna go to Lincoln. That's some old stuff right there, Rob. No,
I'm sorry, guys. That's my fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but hey, we got Lincoln and Stuart Kramer. Rob, hype me up for this game, baby. Hype me up. Come on, let's go, Rob.
And like I told you, it's not being talked about enough, the job that Coach Simmons is doing at Stuart Kramer. I mean, Ash is doing a great job. He's turned that whole program around, and he's motivated. And believe it or not, a lot of those kids, it's not like they got transfers in. A lot of those kids was already on the roster. And he's came in, he's got those kids to believe. And I've seen talented teams that don't believe and they lose. That just happens. It's football. But he's went in, the kids are buying into his message. They're buying into what he's saying. I think this is going to be a heck of a game. Lincoln was in a shootout last week. They won in overtime against Shelby. And a lot of times when you come out of those games, like those shootouts where you're giving your all, it's like an emotional roller coaster. Sometimes it's hard to bounce back from that. Not saying Lincoln won't, because it could easily go the opposite way, and it can totally motivate them, and they can just be, playing to their full potential. But I wouldn't be surprised either way. I think Stuart Kramer is going to give them a real good dogfight, and they're showing that. They're showing that they're gritty. They're 5-2. That's a great record to have at this point in the season. They're predicted to go to the playoffs, and Lincoln is competing for a conference championship, and that comes with pressure. So I believe if Lincoln wins this game, they share the conference. Joe, you could correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think if they win this game, they're gonna finish with a share of the conference. And
I think they win the conference.
They win the conference because they beat Shelby.
They win.
I don't know if they played Burns yet. I don't think they could do if they win this game. Where they in control of their own destiny right now, being Shelby.
Yeah, so if they win this game, they can lose.
They beat Burns. They beat Burns earlier. They beat Burns 49-35.
Well, that's their last test then.
Yeah. So saying that, Coach Webb, what you got for me on this game?
I don't got nothing for you on the game, man.
You don't got any? You watch this one?
Nah, I mean, I think Lincoln coming off a big time win. I think anytime you come off a big time win, I'm sure their guys just kind of a little get back. If I'm not mistaken, Shelby played Lincoln in the playoffs last year, I think, if not the year before that, before they became into the same conference. And Lincoln felt like they can beat them then. They didn't get the job done, but then they was able to get the game on their home field this year for regular season. So they and they took care of business winning a nail biter. So I think I'm sure they're riding on the utmost confidence right now. Now they can't look past the Stuart Kramer thing. I'm sure their coaches have talked about that. Like, yeah, we won last week, but that was last week and on to an opponent who was good enough to beat you. So just got to make sure they come out.
Now, I see what you're talking about. It was 23-24. Lincoln lost to Shelby by 2 scores. Yeah, but no, they got whooped. They got dog walk. Yeah. So that was a good one. Pep, you got anything on that one?
No comment on this one. And I'll explain why here in a minute.
Uh-oh.
Gaston County, stand up. Let's go.
I know Coach Simmons. He's from up my way, and he actually was on Walkertown staff for like 2 months before he went back to Mount Airy, or Sarmount, excuse me. So I know Ashton pretty well, and I've been texting with him this week and last week, and yeah, they're fired up, man. They know the task ahead. They know it's obviously a huge game and will be huge for that community that's still relatively young, right? It'll be a huge program win.
We good, Billups?
Yeah, we good.
All right, let's talk about to finish the show. Let's talk about this limiting access issue, because not only are they limiting attendance for CMS games, but they're also reserving the right to limit media. And I actually had somebody reach out to me because I guess they heard, the comments or saw the post or whatever that I made on Friday night. The reason why we didn't attend, and I say we, me and producer, did not attend Harding and Berry, was because there was an alert on the ticket page that said NCHSAA media passes could be denied at their own discretion. What I've been told is there has been a number of fake media passes attempting to be used at games. Now, let me tell you something. If you got the gall to actually try to go to a game and get in with a fake media pass, you deserve what you're getting. Okay, you're just making it hard for everybody else, and that's why there's all this scrutiny and all this other crap going on around. Because to get the media pass, you got to go through a background check with the state. Okay, and then for us, me and CFI, I have to reach out directly to the NCHSAA and explain every year what we do because we're not a traditional media outlet. So we're fully vetted, and we have to go through all this crap because you guys don't want to do the work to get cleared. And I see the list every year. Literally, there are hundreds of people that have to go and submit information to get vetted through the NCHSAA. And because you don't want to do that, now we got to go put up with all this crap when we're trying to go to games. Some schools are putting out media statements saying that just because you have a media pass from the state, it doesn't guarantee you entrance into the game. Well, I just have to say, if that's the case, then how do we reach out and get access? Some schools have a media form that you fill out online, submit, and then they respond back to you if you're approved or not. And I'm fine with that. But you just can't arbitrarily make rules and then just don't give a way for people to try to get verified and cover your team, because you're hurting your own school. And when we attended the last game in person at Stuart Kramer, I didn't think it was really hospitable, to be honest with you. Every time we get ready to go to a game, or Shaquan goes to a game, I go to the school website, I go to their social media, and I search to see if there's a media policy. If I don't see a media policy, then I'll reach out, usually to the head coach and say, hey, we're thinking about coming to this game. Is there anything we need to do? And then, if they say, you're good, then I'm gonna move forward. You just can't, arbitrarily throw stuff out there and then just make it sound like the media is your enemy, because we're not. We're here to highlight your kids, your school, your program. And if you want to be that way, then you're not gonna have anybody there. Maybe that's what you want. Maybe you don't want nobody there.
I mean, you could, if you don't want nobody there, you could go all the way. Like no fans, no band, nothing. Just the team. If that's how you want it, man. Just have the team and just have it be like a scrimmage. If that's how you really want.
Because I don't get it, man. It's 2025. Everyone, I know the kids want it. Just like when I was talking about this on Friday Night Live last week. Everybody was on there saying, come to our school, come to this game, come to that game. Everyone, if it's legit, you should want people there. I just don't understand, schools and programs that are just counterproductive to exposure. It makes no sense to me.
I wanted to ask about the fake media pass thing. So I don't know if everybody knows this. We literally have an app that we have to get. Like he said, we have to get that app, kind of get recertified every year, background check every year. And the app is built so a screenshot won't even work. Like there's literally a swipe function on the app. So we got a way to get past any fake media passes. If you don't have the app, if you can't verify, then that should do it. It's already built in. So the Dragonfly app already exists. So that should be an easy way to bypass any fake media pass. Just say, hey, Dragonfly app or nothing. But I'm with Pep. It's cool to have, if you want to have your own process, cool. But in the same breath where you say you need to get cleared by us, okay, provide a way for us to easily get cleared. And you got to be vigilant about providing that clearance. Because, you don't want to submit for clearance and then it's 2 hours before the game and we still haven't heard anything back. So it's cool to have those requirements, but provide a way to access and be vigilant about it. That's all we really ask. It's cool. You have every right. You got to protect the kids. You don't want nonsense media, fake media out there. That's fine and commendable, but put it all together. Tell us we need clearance. Cool. Tell us how to get that clearance and be vigilant about providing the clearance. Then it'll all work. We'll go along with it.
Yeah, I'll follow any procedure if I know what the procedure is. And that's the problem. There's no consistent, procedure anywhere. It's like at this school you gotta do this school you gotta do that, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. Now, on the fact of limiting the fans, this is another thing that's very disappointing because we just talked about the experience, for players. Independence has their senior night coming up. Coach Tatum, you guys got your senior night coming up. We got homecomings happening or already happened. And, it takes away from that, man. It takes away from that. It's hurting the school, from a financial perspective, all in the kind of the focus of safety. Which trust and believe, I get it. Okay, I get, safety is paramount. It's the number one thing. But I think there has to be a balance. And I think we've gone way too far to the other side. We've overcorrected the issue with safety to now where it's a point where it's hurting the experience. And, I used to work in hospitality and we always used to talk about balancing safety with the guest experience. And I think here we've lost the high school experience because we're so far left on safety. And we got to find a balance here. I got tagged last week in a story that Channel 9 was at Independence. And they were doing a story on the limiting ticket situation. And they said the tickets were so low that they ended up starting to sell them at the gate. And I said, well, this doesn't make any sense, because now you realize we're not making any money. So we're going to just change our policy willy-nilly 30 minutes before the game to try to recoup something to just maybe even possibly break even. So what is the priority? What is the focus? And then let's lean into it, man, because we got to figure this out. We got to figure it out for the schools, for the kids, and for the experience.
Well, I was wondering, like, think about it, especially the way kids' minds work, right? If you limit, you go straight up out of nowhere. Last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was started, we're just gonna limit games, right? And now, let's say that they had to wind it all back because they realized it was such a way out in right field. Now they just well, let everybody come back now. How much more of a safety thing is it going to be now that you just if you go back to letting people come back into games? How much more crazy is it going to be? Kids ain't been at games, now they're going to get to a game, and now they're just going to do whatever. They're going to wild out. I don't know.
And then Karen Belt just kind of verifying what I said right there, because they said that they weren't going to do it, and then they just did it, and nobody knew about it. So I doubt they really made any money. The thing I don't get is, for years, I mean, going all the way back to the 80s, we've had big games, and we've been, things have happened and things are going to continue to happen. Okay. But we've been all right. It hasn't been a issue where it's been overarching to where things are just out of control everywhere. The vast majority of the time, we're good, as far as big games go. So I don't understand what has happened that has been so egregious that we've had to go to this extreme policy here.
Let me add some. We've voiced some concerns and talk about tell us the process. Some concerns, throwing out suggestions. But let me be clear. Even this season and overall through the years, most schools are very welcoming, very hospitable. The issues we've had over the years, few and far between. Most schools, there's no issue. We come right on in. We show our past, show our credentials. Most of the time, there's no issues. So I don't want to make it seem like this is just big thing that we just always are constantly going, having issues. There's been a little something here and there over the years, but even this season, for the most part, it's been smooth to get in. So I don't want to make it seem overblown. It is a concern because we don't want, we want to just be on the same page. But overall, it's been cool over the years, and hopefully it'll continue to be.
I heard something about incentives for teachers to get out there and be at games. And I'm like, let's say, because I'm a football coach, so basketball, right? It's the next biggest thing you think of. Like, I'm already at the Walkertown basketball games, and they ain't that crazy, like nothing happens. But if something was to, like, I don't have to go to a work day, or they're gonna shoot me some money. Yeah, I'm gonna be at that game. Like, I think a lot of teachers would. I think that would be a decent idea.
They want to give teachers money to go to games for
like I've heard like an incentive to go and be a presence. Like, you ain't got to go to work day, right? Like you can skip out. You have to go and be at a teacher work day PD or something. Like,
I'll take that.
Like comp time.
I'll go work that game for some extra money for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, fellas, what y'all think about this? And just playing devil advocate, because I agree with everything you guys saying, but I'm looking at the other side. How much of ownership does the fans need to take on this? And what I mean by the fans is do better, and this won't happen. Because you got to think, you got people that's making these decisions that have families and have lives, right? One bad incident, one bad situation can cost them that. That's just the society that we're living in. And I'm not talking about anyone in particular. I'm just saying, as a decision maker, as a leader, when you have to make decisions like that, sometimes they won't be always popular, but you have to go and correct the behavior, because that next situation, I mean, you could be out of a job depending on the type of situation. So maybe you have to go through this harsh of, creating this uproar like we're talking about it now, where it gets to a point where it's like, hey, when we do let you guys back in, make sure you behave. And I get it. It's not most of the fans, but we need to behave at these games. Go to these games and act like you got sense. Go to these games and watch the football game, or watch the band, or watch the cheerleaders. A lot of times now, these games become hangout spots. I see a lot all the time. A lot of these games, they're not even watching the actual football game. They're not watching the cheerleaders. They're not supporting what the game is all about, what they're doing. They're coming to hang out or to settle a beef with this person, or I got a friend to go to that school and I heard them talking about me, so I'm going to confront them at the game. And this is where you have these incidents. So I think the question is, or the statement is, the fans need to do better. And let me not say fans, because they're not fans, because the fans are coming in to watch the game. But people that's attending these games, they need to act like they got some sense.
The public, because they ain't fans, like you said, just the public.
I mean, let's call a spade, man. It's just the young kids, man. Young kids got to know how to act when they come to these games.
Man, well, I would say this. Sometimes it ain't the kids. It's sometimes the parents.
But I think a lot of times in the Charlotte area, I think it's been just the young kids. Obviously, the parents play a role because you need to be at these games with your kids.
Well, they are the problem because anything they're doing comes from their household. Raise your kids better than one cut of food.
That's a societal issue. We don't get into that on this show. We don't have enough time. All right. We're going to do something different, man. Someone asked me where the horn was. I didn't have the horn last week because I forgot about it. But we're going to hit the horn one time. Everybody gets this question. On the spot, what team would you love to play against? Coach Tatum.
Team to play against. I don't know, man. Should put me on the spot real quick.
That's why it's on the spot.
I know. Exactly. I would say I would love to have played West Oaks. I mean, it's a thing up here. It's a tradition. They were in our conference last year. They got us on our senior night last year, and then they realigned, and they're not very good, and we're a lot better, and we would have built to that. And so we couldn't play them this year. They ducked that smoke. So anyway, right. But we'd love to play West Oaks. But that's a personal. That's an inside thing. So, but yeah, West Oaks, I guess.
So it's funny that the big guy ran away.
You see that?
You dipped out real smooth, like.
I feel him.
Oh, producer.
School I would love to play against. I'm gonna go Berry because the Battle of Allegheny did not quite yet exist when I was in high school. So I'm gonna sound old right here, but they were, when I graduated, they were building Berry. So I saw, the bus to ride by, they were building or whatever. So didn't quite have that yet. So I didn't have that, less than a mile rivalry. So that would have been cool to have, playing the school right up the street. So I'm gonna go with Berry.
Coach Doug.
I'm gonna go ahead and be PC. I'm gonna get y'all ready to be PC because last time I said it, then they started a whole argument on Twitter. But I would say our next opponent. That's who I'm looking forward to play. One game at a time.
Isn't that PC? Oh my goodness.
That's overly PC, man.
He the head coach, man. He got to.
That's overly PC, man.
Y'all see what happened.
World.
Y'all see what happened the last time.
You could have picked somebody out the conference or something, man. You could even you could have said IMG, just anybody out there.
I know the real answer. That's why he's being PC.
Our next opponent is we're in conference play. So our next opponent is conference. And each game is important. The most important game is your next game.
Tell him, Joe. Boo this man.
We're taking your wing license.
I know.
I'm taking your wing license, man, for a day.
Oh man. I tell you, for me, I would love to. Oh man, my junior year we lost so many games by a field goal, and we lost to Northwest Bears 10-9. My junior year, I would love to play Northwest Bears one more time. in my old slimmer body. Because I swear we kicked the field goal. I swore it was good, and they called it no good. And oh my gosh, that was just. I have dreams or nightmares about that. That should have been the next question. What game would you like to get back? Because that one,
Salisbury last year.
That's a different question. Yeah,
we can do that in the future. We can do that one soon.
Y'all remind me on that one because boy, that West Rowan junior year, boy, they kept running that trap on me. Oh my gosh. We lost on the last second field goal, 17-15. Oh, sickening. The week right after Northwestern Bears.
I bet you a field goal, to lose by a field goal is almost as worse as losing by a touch. Losing sucks, period, but a field goal is tough. I can imagine.
Very, very. Especially when they tried the field goal the first time and it didn't even reach the end zone.
Well, Pep, I'm gonna share a quick story. This happened last week in our last game. Union Academy has probably one of the top kickers, like top 5 kickers in the state. This kid has made a 57-yarder. Yeah, I didn't know. Trust me, Pep. They're in our conference. I didn't have a clue until I started scouting film. I'm like, this dude made a 57-yarder. So he makes 2 field goals. I think he kicked a 52-yarder. We put together our best block team, and the kid was clutch, right? So they end up gaining a little momentum towards the end, and it came down. They end up scoring with under a minute to go in the game. They end up scoring, and the most clutch person on the field that's made a 57, 52-yarder, kicking college NFL style, right? So what do you think? The extra point is automatic, right? He missed it.
Oh, wow.
Missed it. Yeah. And I'm glad for us, but I hate it for that kid because that kid was clutch. And I think it came down to his actual holder. But if that kid got his foot on that ball, it would have been a wrap. So shout out to the kicker. And my kicking and punter. Yeah.
Wow. Real quick before we end, Kim Cotton. I got this in before Big Eye left. Big Eye asked last week, was her son KD at Weddington 100% and ready to go? And he came back and looked great in their offense, and caught a touchdown pass and probably made some other big plays for those guys and had a big win. So Kim, once again, we're glad your son's back and you guys can focus on high school football and not any of the other stuff. So good stuff on that. All right. To end the show, like I said in the beginning, I just want to say thank you to everybody who had some kind words to say on the Facebook post I made about thinking about hanging CFI up and kind of moving forward with some other stuff. Still thinking about it. These past 7 years have been great. I'm at a point now in life where you got to start considering some other things. So we do have our showcase coming up in December over at Rocky River. It's only $99. Several kids have signed up already. Really appreciate that. We'll have college coaches there. But thanks everybody for your support throughout this time. And, if we do come to a decision, of course, we'll announce that when it's time. So on behalf of the crew, I want to say good night, everybody. Make sure you go out to Friday night, support your teams. And we appreciate you watching Football Focus Weekly.